Nigeria, including the deployment of advanced military hardware and surveillance equipment. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has visited Dar el Jamal, a town at the border with Cameroon that hosts a military base under heavy military escort. The governor, whose visit follows a terror attack that killed 63 people, including 5 soldiers, said the terrorists unleashed mayhem on the town where residents have been returned a month earlier from the displacement camp. Uyi Agbomofwegbe reports.
The latest attack raises questions about Nigeria's push in recent years to close down camps for internally displaced persons and return their inhabitants to the countryside. Governor Zulum confirmed to journalists at the scene of the attack the casualty figure.
It's very sad. This community was resettled some months ago, and they are going about their normal businesses, but unfortunately they had a Boko Haram attack yesterday. So we are here purposely to commiserate with them and to build their resilience. As of now, we confirm that 63 have lost their lives. Yes, both the civilians and the army. But the civilian casualties are more.
While jihadist violence has waned since the peak of the Boko Haram insurgency between 2013 and 2015, militants, including rival Islamic State's West African province, continue to launch attacks across rural areas in the northeast, a situation that has now made Governor Zulum to say the numerical strength of the Nigerian army requires an upward review.
The numerical strength of the Nigerian army is not enough to contain the situation.
Residents said the attack began around 8:30 p.m. local time when dozens of fighters arrived on motorbikes firing assault rifles and torching homes. Uyi Agbomofwegbe reporting for Global TV.
More than 6,400 candidates who sat for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination are now under review for the suspected malpractice. This follows the submission of a report by JAMB Special Committee on Education Infraction. Global TV's Priscilla Obasi reports from Abuja.
At the JAMB headquarters in Buhari, Abuja, the chairman of the committee, Dr. Jake Ebele, said examination malpractice in Nigeria has become highly organized, technology-driven, and culturally normalized. The report uncovered over 4,200 cases of fingerprint blending, 190 cases of AI-assisted image morphing, as well as fraud involving multiple national identity number registrations and false declarations. According to the committee, candidates are not acting alone. Some schools, parents, and CBT centers are complicit in sustaining malpractice.
It is with a deep sense of duty, humility, and commitment to the integrity of our nation's education system that I, on behalf of the Special Committee on Examination Infraction, stand before you today to present the report of our assignment.
The committee recommended tougher measures such as offenders and nationwide Integrity First campaign. For under 18 offenders, the report advised rehabilitation and counseling.
This was no small task for the committee, composed of experts from academia, technology, security, civil society, and law.
JAMB Registrar Professor Ishaq Oloyede welcomed the report and assured that its findings will guide reform aimed at restoring credibility in the admissions process.
We are confident that the report we are receiving is thorough, evidence-based, uncompromising in its pursuit of the truth, and will be very useful to the development of education in this country.
With the latest revelations, the fight against malpractice intensifies. The real test may be whether students, schools, and parents are willing to embrace integrity as the only path to success. Priscilla Obasi, Global Television News, Abuja.
lives, but in Abuja, many residents continue to risk their crossing busy highways instead of using them. Despite more than 15 pedestrian bridges across the city, poor planning, insecurity, and neglect have turned many of these structures into unsafe and unused facilities. Our correspondent Sadia Yakubu reports on the safety concerns and challenges facing pedestrian bridges in the Federal Capital Territory.
Not the same way. One day, the legacy, something must change.
Pedestrian bridges are often located far from bus stops or common crossing points. Residents prefer to dash across expressways, since walking to and from bridges is seen as time-consuming. Many bridges lack lighting and security, making them dangerous after dark. Some have become hotspots for criminal activities.
The use of pedestrian is for the ease and safety for the walker, people who normally cross the road, and the safety of accident and any other incident that may occur by the roadside.
Bridges are frequently taken over by street vendors, accumulating clutter that forces pedestrians to avoid them. Additional issues include vandalized lighting infrastructure and physical barricades.
So, some people, they are eager to move in, and they are not used for climbing this barrier bridge, so which is not good. This is protecting our life and our property. But I don't know, some people who are advising they should not be cross the road. But what the action that this government is trying, we appreciate it. So that is the reason why we are always advising people to follow this flyover, because to avoid accident. People are dying every day.
In areas like Bega, Galadimawa, and other areas, residents who lacked a bridge near their destinations died attempting to cross. Many bridges, staircases, and lack of design consideration.
Pedestrian bridge is made for advantage of every citizen in every country. So why some people are not using it? Let me just start from them. Why they are not using it? Sometimes they feel that maybe from their working place, maybe they were tired. Climb that bridge is somehow for them. So they just prefer to just find a way and cross the road. And the second reason, maybe especially in the night, they do rob some people there in the night, using some knife and all this shotgun on top the bridge there. So that, especially in the night, that was the reason why many people are not using that pedestrian bridge. And again, why the pedestrian bridge is useful for everybody to be used is that it's because just to prevent accidents.
Until pedestrian bridges in Abuja are made safer, more accessible, and better integrated into the city's transport system, many residents will continue to put their lives at risk on the highways. For Global Television, I am Sadia Yakubu reporting.
Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike says he has approved insurance of new statutory rights of occupancy and certificates of occupancy to 374 property owners across 15 streets in Abuja. The development comes after administration discovered that affected allottees unilaterally converted the designated land use of their properties without official approval, thereby violating the terms and conditions of their existing right of occupancy. Minister of Education Dr. Tunji Alausa has assured the Academic Staff Union of Universities and Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics that efforts are being made to keep the tertiary institutions running. The minister noted that a holistic negotiation with various unions is ongoing, insisting that it is needless going on strike during the talks. He urged the unions that have served strike notice to shelve their plan. The Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Capital Territory, has commenced a 7-day warning strike. The association disclosed this in a communique issued by its president, Dr. George Ebong, and other executive members. The resident doctor described the Federal Capital Territory health system as a long-standing systematic failure, requiring comprehensive and immediate reform. Nigeria's security forces say sustained pressure is shrinking the space of terrorists, kidnappers, and criminal syndicates in what authorities describe as one of the clearest signs, yet the coordinated operations are making the country safer. This came to bear at the monthly joint security press briefing at the National Orientation Agency headquarters in Abuja. Unemployment in Nigeria remains a pressing national concern, affecting millions of citizens and threatening economic growth, despite the resilience of self-employed Nigerians. The reality is that most jobs are still found in the informal sector, with limited security and opportunities for advancement. Let's go on a very quick break now. News Express continues shortly. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Express on Global Television. Nigerian security forces says sustained pressure is shrinking the space for terrorists, kidnappers, and criminal syndicates in what authorities describe as one of the clearest signs yet that coordinated operations are making the country safer. This came to bear at the monthly joint security press briefing at the National Orientation Agency headquarters in Abuja. Annette Patrick has more.
From military airstrikes in Zamfara that killed 30 terrorists to police crackdowns that rescued 141 kidnapped victims, August was a month of intense operations. Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Larry Issa Onilu, who delivered a report, urged citizens to engage in intelligence gathering to also aid the operations of the security operatives. He added that the Army carried out 261 missions nationwide, while 76 fighters, including women and children, surrendered. According to him, intelligence-led actions also broke up arms tracking pipelines, leading to the arrest of suspected kidnapped kingpins and the rescue of a Taraba lecturer.
The Army executed 261 operations. Police made 1,950 arrests and rescued 141 victims. NDLEA seized 66,255.81 kilograms of narcotics and deployed 48 new vehicles.
Issa Onilu noted that the police dismantled 37 gangs, recovered firearms and explosives, and made nearly 2,000 arrests, while NDLEA seized more than 66,000 kilograms of narcotics and rehabilitated over 800 users and deployed 48 new vehicles to boost mobility. He further said anti-graft agencies are also making gains, as the EFCC alone secured 588 convictions and recovered more than 21 billion naira. At the borders, he said immigration intercepted 50 trafficking victims and blocked smugglers, while NAFDAC seized 17 containers of unsaved imports.
To the field. EFCC secured 588 convictions with over 21.06 billion naira recovered. NAFDAC seized 17 containers of falsified and unsafe goods, and immigration strengthened border control with 10,803 visas approved, targeted deniers and trafficking victim interceptions were also recorded.
Officials say these successes reflect better intelligence sharing, stronger interagency collaboration, and more direct communication with the public to counter misinformation. Annette Patrick, reporting for Global TV.
Unemployment in Nigeria remains a national concern, affecting millions of citizens in economic growth. Despite the resilience of self-employed Nigerians, the reality is that most jobs are still found in the informal sector, with limited security and opportunities for advancement. Our correspondent Zara Nasir takes a closer look at the latest figures and what they revealed about the country's labor market. The report.
According to the latest figures from the National Bureau of Statistics, unemployment and underemployment continue to weigh heavily on the nation's workforce, while some progress has been recorded in self-employment and small-scale ventures. The formal job market has remained tight. Nigerians interviewed by Global Television in Abuja stressed that government alone cannot tackle the crisis, insisting that private sector investment and job creation are equally essential.
Government cannot employ every youth. Are you getting? If government can employ, like, let's say 60% of the youth, it's okay. But I want the youth to be self-reliant. Read a course that when you come out, whether government white-collar job or not, you can be self-reliant.
I think, like, if the government can, bring up initiatives to support private businesses, maybe even come up with other different initiatives that can help unemployment. And yeah, basically, I think it's just something that the government and the private sector can work hand in hand.
Nigerians warn that unless urgent reforms are made to stimulate industries, strengthen education and vocational training, and attract investment, the country may continue to face rising poverty and inequality.
Somebody is 70 and is still working, you cannot be effective, and you want that person to deliver. Meanwhile, every year, we have thousands of graduates coming out of school. So I think the government should put more measures to tackle those who are due for retirement. I think the federal government should put in strong measures to look at that particular aspect. If that aspect...
Well, the government can do more because they are the custodian of the Constitution. So there are so many policies that they can create which can benefit the youth. Definitely we have unemployment in this country, and this situation is catastrophic to our security.
If you employ people to work now, thief no go there. All this rubbish thing where people do, no go do now.
The findings of the youth report align with data released by the National Bureau of Statistics. According to the Bureau, youth unemployment and underemployment remain critical challenges, with millions trapped in informal and unstable jobs that offer little income security. Zahra Nasser, reporting for Global TV News.
The federal government has launched the renewed Hope Empowerment Program for widows and survivors of gender-based violence in Benue State. Benue correspondent Felicity Indere reports from the Government House in Makadi, where the program focused on empowering women. The report.
20 agro-women entrepreneurs received 1 million naira each, while 100 women got 50,000 naira grants to grow their businesses. 24 survivors of gender-based violence also benefited.
This is for you on behalf of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, in recognition of your effort.
Minister of Women Affairs, Hajaya Imam Suleiman Ibrahim, said the initiative underscores President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to women's empowerment and greater inclusion in agriculture.
Since its inception, Mr. President was very clear about inclusivity. Mr. President's goal is to be able to address women's challenges economically, politically, and socially. Mr. President a few months ago, launched the Social Impact Intervention for women, children, and families in 774 local governments. So we're going to go all over to ensure that we domesticate this program. This program is multifaceted. It will help, in the areas of nutrition, energy transition, and addressing energy poverty for women, economically empowering them, protecting them from social vices, and also to also help address other issues around our school enrollment and retention, because the welfare of the mothers and the stability of the families, translates into that for our children. So it's a huge program, and we're committed on this.
Governor Hyacinth Alia, represented by his deputy Sam Ode, welcomed the intervention and committed 500 hectares of land to advance the federal government's Women in Agriculture initiative.
This intervention has tentacles in the 774 local governments of our country, Nigeria. That is quite remarkable. It shows that this government, the administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has passion for women. It shows that the government is not unmindful of the pivotal position of women, not only in their homes but in governance spaces.
Benue State government officials said the minister's visit will deepen federal-state collaboration on sustainable women-focused programs in the state.
Our vision in the Benue State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare is clear: to build a safer, more inclusive and supportive environment for women, children, widow and vulnerable persons. By leveraging the Renewed Hope agenda, we will continue to expand social protection system, broaden across to empowerment opportunities, and safeguard the dignities of every citizen.
Some beneficiaries expressed gratitude.
We've been farming, but the farming, nobody to support us. We are just farming, just to eat, but nothing to even get anything to pay children's school fees. But this in government come, they really help us. At the farm cassava, at the farm potato, at the rear goats and chicken. But since this government come, they have been touching our life through the Minister of Women Affairs. Our farm is good. We can be able now to pay our children's school fees, pay our...
I will add my farm because before I'd have challenge to do the farm because of money. But now as she helped me with the money, I will continue to the farm and I will increase, my farm will increase by the grace of God.
The Renewed Hope Empowerment Program is not just financial support, but a statement of inclusion, giving Benue women the tools to rebuild, recover, and lead in agriculture and beyond. In Makurdi, Felicity Ndere, Global TV News.
Fontaine today. Media officer of the team, Promise Efege, disclosed that the first 15 minutes of the training will be open to the media and fans, saying the session, which will hold at the Toyota Stadium, will start 6 p.m. Nigerian time. The leadership of Nigerian community in South Africa has announced plans to mobilize massive support for the Super Eagles ahead of Tuesday's crucial World Cup qualifier against Bafana Bafana in Bafokeng. President of the Nigerian Union in South Africa, Smart Owobi, confirmed the umbrella body representing Nigerians in South Africa will visit the rally support for the national team. The Group C encounter at the Toyota Stadium represents a vital fixture for Nigerians' World Cup qualification hopes with the Super Eagles needing victory to keep alive chances of reaching the 2025 tournament. And that's it on Global TV News Express. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @GlobalTVNG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Good evening.